with our arrival at Bay West Mall. We have Zolani Khuneli, one of the board members at APD Nelson Mandela Bay, and Zolani's come to test the place. Zolani, give us an idea of how you felt about coming in here, just the arrival and how the parking facility works for you.
The parking facility is very excellent. You know, what I noticed, Brian, is that when you come normally to shopping center, you only got one space that is used for your wheelchair. But the difference in this parking, you've got a space for both sides. If you both colleagues on a wheelchair, you can also get out of the car at the same time because you've got enough space. And another advantage that I noticed is that we've got undercover parkings for the rainy days and windy weathers. So for me, this is excellent. You know, they really put a thought when they're building this parking. It's not just that they were just making the disabled parking.
Excellent, yes. It is really nice. And of course, being Port Elizabeth, the friendly city, sometimes they tell us the wind blows here as well. So I guess it probably helps us for the windy and the rainy days.
Thank you, Brian. This is for real. You know, I'm very happy. This is excellent parking for us. It's giving us a huge advantage, you know, when we're coming to shopping malls.
Right, we're really thrilled. One of the big things with Bay West is that we really think they've paid attention to detail. Here we've got one of the ladies on information. We're at the information station here, and here they have a courtesy wheelchair, and they've got about 4 or 5 of them in there. And it's so nice to notice that mobility impaired people can come in here and they can get a wheelchair to use while they're moving around this massive centre. Oh, Zolani, we're in the eating place here. The ramp down there, how did you find that? The gradient okay?
The gradient is okay, Brian. I find it excellent. Also, it's got a rubber. You know, if it's slippery, then it can assist your wheels to have the grip. I find it very excellent.
So that was the ramp's fine. You're now at the table. We're going to get a takeaway. How are you finding the seating facility?
The seating facility, that's a little bit a challenge because the legs of the table that's on a way for my chair to go underneath the table. You see now, if I have to eat, I have to lean more forward, then the food will be falling on my legs. So I'm a little bit of a space between me and my table.
And if you had armrests on your chair, do you think it could fit in here, the average chair?
No, the average chair, that will be possible because the average chair is more bigger than my chair. Also, that will be a challenge for armrests to get under the table.
Okay, so you'd probably have a equally big problem because you can only get into a certain area. So even if you had armrests, they'd come up to about here now. So the problem is the way the table's been designed down there. Okay, that's an interesting observation.
Maybe to say advantage that if you've got a round flat leg, that will be easy for my wheelchair to get under the table. You know, but the cross legs, that's a little bit a challenge.
Right, Z, It's the old toilet thing again.
Yeah. I find the bathroom exciting because most of the time you'll find that when they're putting the sink in the bathroom, they're putting the sink on a different side, so that when you finish with the toilet, you can be able to wash your hands before you pull your pants up. People, they always think that you have to wash your hands when you finish to put up your pants. So you need to wash your hands before you put up your pants and prepare yourself. And what I like about it, the seating is a little bit higher. Also, so it's easy for you when you transfer from your wheelchair to the bathroom. So I think this is a good idea, what they've done on the toilet.
And the grab rails, are you happy with the grab rails?
I'm happy with the grab rails. And also, most of the challenge that we always get is the doors. The doors, sometimes they're stiff. When you pull them, you have to struggle to pull the doors when you get to the bathroom. If you can see this bathroom, I pull the door with my one arm. And what is worse, my chair doesn't have brakes. So I have to balance on one wheel and use one arm to open the door. So that's excellent.
Right. Zolani, we've tried the lift now.
Yes.
Okay, give me your comments on that.
The lifts are excellent, Brian, and we've got enough white space on the lift. Normally, shopping centers, we get small elevators. You only get elevators like this on a storeroom side. We've got enough space on the lift, and the buttons also on the lower levels. So excellent on the lift.
Yeah, just interesting on the buttons because you get into some of the lifts and floor 1, 2, 3, 4 is here, but the 10 and 11 you can't get to.
Yes. This is great. Because also with visually impaired people, you can see also they take the buttons. Also, they can be able to feel which floor are they going on the buttons on the lift.
I suppose the only criticism I would probably have on this one would be the fact that maybe they could have put a speaker in to tell you what floor you're on, just in case you are blind and you kind of then know you're on a floor.
I think that needs just to be programmed because when I look inside, the speaker is there. I think it's only need to be programmed to be able to do that.
Well, wonderful. So we feel all lifted up. I see. Okay, right. Now we're at the information center telling us where to get. How did you find this? Give us your comments on this.
In terms of accessibility, is very excellent. Is on a lower level for me. Also, it's easy for me to get information where I want to go if I don't want to browse around to shopping. I'm in a hurry, so it's easy to just touch screen and gives me the direction where to go.
Yeah, works pretty well, and generally, in terms of people who don't want to and can't walk too far, this is really good. Yeah. So we think we can find our way around. Right, Zolani, we've spent a bit of time at the Bay West Mall. In summary, give me your thoughts on some of your findings.
Brian, the surface is good and smooth. I don't have any challenges. It has a nice ride. Also with a wide space, because most of the challenge that we get in the shopping centers, it's a cloud people where you'll find people they just stop in the middle and have a chit chat working on their phones. Here we've got enough spacious. We can just push around, no obstructions on our way. And also you find a lot of benches for people who use crutches where they can take a break when they feel a little bit tired walking with their crutches. Also, saw there where the eating place, they have a ramp there that is rubberized. Because the challenge that we find in those eating places sometimes is where people they split cool drinks, so it becomes more slippery. But they found a way to solve that problem by putting a rubberized ramp.
Yes, and we generally found people being very, even we had coffee in a coffee shop and they were quite concerned and assisted where necessary, but we had to do very little to accommodate persons with disabilities. It was pretty much all in place, eh?
Yes, Brian. If you're looking around the shopping mall, there's more spacious. Even if you go to retail shops, there's not much crowded things where it's difficult for you to move around. You have to kick some clothing and their shelf. You've got enough space even in the shopping centers. Where we went to have some coffee, even the tables were not bad. At least I can push my knees under the table. Ladies, they were easy to come quicker to assist us with whatever assistance that we need.
Let's wrap this up and probably rate Bay West on what we found today. Let's rate them out of 10. What do you think?
Out of 10, I'll give them 9.5.
So Bay West, you get 9.5.